Alright, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to discuss how Performance Max works alongside search campaigns. Now this one is definitely up for debate across the PPC community. I know some people love working with PMax and how that integrates with search search standard campaigns, but also there's a lot of people, me included, who kind of doubt the validity of what Google tells us to do in making sure search kind of stays separate from PMax. Over time, I do think PMax is getting better at this, and I think Google is not really forcing PMax to take over everything in a search campaign. However, I know a lot of people who still struggle with this, and that's why I wanted to make today's video. So today's video, we'll be discussing how you can kind of make sure your search campaigns are bulletproof compared to PMax, so you can kind of make sure PMax doesn't spend on the keywords or the search terms, I guess you want to say, that you want your standard search campaign to do so. And this will not be talking about anything with DSA, like the dynamic search ads components, only search standard campaigns. So let's get into it. Overall, the way Google breaks this down is they just released their Academy on Air, I believe, at the end of July, early August of 2022. And they talked about this a lot because there's a lot of people wondering about the overlap of search versus PMax and how does keyword targeting really fit in nowadays. So the main thing is exact query, so I should say exact search query, your search keyword, any match type. Now this is good to know because you don't need to do exact match, phrase match, or broad. You can pick any one of those. But if, say, the search term is, let's do here, if the desired search query is red women's shoes size 11. So let's do that, right? You want to make sure your search keyword is, let's do for exact match for the reason, right? Let's do red women's shoes size 11. Now, in this case, our search campaign should appear for this ad. Should. No guarantee, but this is what Google, directly from Google's mouth, what it does happen. Now, if it's not exact, so let's say not exact query, it's up to the campaign with the highest ad rank. So if, again, the same search query was red woman shoes, then what you want to do is try to, well, at this point, it's not really up to you. So the entire point is making sure your search campaign has any number of variants to the search query that you want to appear for. So that's the main difference right there. Now, ad rank, I do think this is kind of an under talked about overall point in the kind of Google ad sphere. It's a very dense and thick process to understand. Basically, what is it? So what is ad rank? Now, I'm going to copy this because I already have this over here. Just want to have you over here. So ad rank. A value that's used to determine where ads are shown on a page relative to other ads and whether ads will show at all. Basically, it's a score to determine placings or even show. That's what it is in a nutshell. Now, there are 6 components to ad rank, and these are very, very dense, and you can go down a rabbit hole for each one. Each one by its own could be a video and a speculation, and also what Google tells us of it that it is. But basically, of ad rank formula. 1 is the bid, so just how much you're willing to bid on that click. 2 are the ads and landing page quality. 3, ad rank thresholds. My personal favorite because this is where it can get very subjective to what you think. Basically, it's a minimum bid amount that Google wants to have you pay in the auction. So even if you buy yourself in that auction in that location at the time of the day, you're still going to pay for something because what Google wants for that click. So it's, again, huge. And overall ad quality control. So if they think your ad's not up to the search relevance and stuff like that, it's not going to show. That's thresholds. Auction competitiveness. So you know that how competitive an auction can be with the number of advertisers in there. Then the search context This goes back to the user itself, time of day, location of day, what device they're on, what they've searched before, just basically all the black box of Google, and then overall expected impact from your ad, formats, and extensions included. So basically, how does Google think your ad's going to help the user in the end goal? Because the whole goal of Google is to have relevant search results to the user, right? That's how they make their money, and that's how we earn our money as well. So it kind of comes down to this. So exact match, if you have an exact match keyword or exact match search query that you want to appear for, add that to your search campaign and all the variants that you think could possibly come with it. That's the main way to make sure you do appear for a ad versus your PMAX campaign, right? After that, it's kind of come down to ad rank, where it's a very big black box. You can try to make sure your ad rank is as high as possible, but at the end of the day, PMAX will probably out-edge you in that sense because Google wants to have that control over you. So my best advice would be make sure you have any search query that you want to appear for in your search campaign added as a keyword, any match type in your search campaign, so then you can appear for that. So again, quick breakdown on how that works. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Thank you.